What's up? What's up, y'all? Straight to the point. I've been extremely busy today, y'all, but I'm popping out with one. Let's go ahead and get right into this thing. Make sure y'all hit that like, man. When y'all come on in here, man, we got to talk about this. I'll give y'all a chance to get on in here. I know everybody want to talk about it. I'm gonna get my feel on it. Welcome to whoever came up in here. Holla at me. Let me know you in the building, man. Holla at me. What's up? Oh, Ticket. You know, all of them. Hey, Ticket, you got a boxing channel too. Make sure y'all go sub to his boxing channel, and then also, cause y'all be thinking Ticket just be primarily basketball. Nah, my niggas all over the place, and I like he taps into various shit. That's what I like. But y'all just thinking he just primarily basketball. Nah, he could touch on everything. That's why I fuck with him. Brown Sugar, what's up, baby? Oh shit. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Sorry, man. I've been ripping and running today, y'all, man. I've been busy like crazy, man. But before I get to started, man, let me give a shout out to all the LDBC brothers, both basketball and boxing, and all of the brothers that done talked about this. Want to give a shout out to Ticket TV once again. He was the first one that 78 Sports. I saw him talking about it. Herman Body, Memphis Finest. Saw him touching on it too. And the Kareem Report. I saw him talking about it a little bit. And Dreamers Pro. Dreamers Pro was also talking about it. Make sure y'all go sub to all of their channels. All right, man. This is my feelings on it, okay? And we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Now, everybody knows, unless you've been living under a rock, that KG on the podcast with him and Paul Pierce, you know, there was a statement made by KG, and this isn't the first time that he's done it, but he mentioned Balco in terms of LeBron being on the stuff, being on the juice so much, you know, on steroids, on the roids. And he was like, yeah, you know, LeBron, yeah, he got to be on that Balco, you know, and I'm going to put all of that stuff in the description so y'all can take a look at it and listen to the podcast. But the thing about it is okay, when it comes to LeBron, this is the first time that these accusations have came about, okay? Now, we have to go back a couple years ago when this first really started coming on. Now, I want to give y'all some backstory too. Now, in Florida, there was a bust that did take place. Now, I don't know, I want to say it was in Miami, but I always think about it because I do want to shout out to the brother Mike Rashid, man. He's a personal trainer, influencer on here. And I had always remembered Mike Rashid talking about how they had made some accusations about his gym and having steroids and stuff like that and all this other stuff. But, he clearly denied it, right? Now, when it comes to LeBron, this has always came about, okay? Now, former MMA fighter, you got to remember, he did some finger pointing, stating that he had proof that LeBron was on the stuff. The MMA fighter was Chael Sonnen, and he made claims that it involves LeBron and Tiger Woods, and he had proof that pretty much LeBron was on into the the mainstream media, and nobody has, like Ticket was saying, nobody has really had really the guts to really question LeBron about it. Now, here's my thing on that with this whole thing. All right, until the mainstream media picks this up, and I'm talking about when they're really running this across the headlines and everything, it's just speculation. However, LeBron is gonna have to come and say something and to defend himself. Look, do I believe that LeBron is on something? I really don't know. Okay, because it's a strong accusation to make. However, what a good point that the brother Ticket TV has said, and I think 78 has said it too. I haven't seen anybody in this lifetime. I've seen like maybe one or two guys that are well in their 40s. One of them happens to be my uncle, and then I've seen a couple of guys that were above the age of 35 doing the stuff that LeBron does and stuff. I've only seen like maybe one or two people. But LeBron is doing at 20 plus years in the league, still running with the horses that haven't even hit their basketball prime yet. And it's an amazing thing, but it also, a lot of guys, whether people hate LeBron or whether people like LeBron, well, we have to understand. What's up with it, Ron? I'm gonna rinse you up in a minute, bro. I'm gonna rinse you up in a minute, man. What we have to understand is that whether people want to hate LeBron or whether people want to love LeBron or whatever, the one thing that a lot of NBA players, a lot of basketball players in general want to do, okay, and a lot of them won't admit it, they want to play for as long as they can. They want to play at a high level as long as they can. Players hate getting injured, and more importantly, they hate having to come back from an injury because of the time that it sets you back and everything. So you got to think about it. The recuperation and recovery, depending on what type of injury that it is, it takes some time. So, in essence, you're being set back. So what I'm saying is like a lot of people, a lot of guys, in every type of sport, not just basketball, baseball, football, you name it, they want to go for a long, long time. So I think about like Marion Jones, okay, and it's funny because on the documentary, when they were talking about Marion Jones, they had talked about what she had went through and everything. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. My feelings about steroids is If you take them, that's your body. You do what you want to. I don't see it as like really like cheating the game per se, like everybody else sees it. Even though okay, you're getting that extra edge because it's like okay, like when they talk about Canelo or they talk about even like Marion Jones or they talk about some other people that have done steroids over time, or even with the baseball players like Mark McGwire, and then they had to bring up that nonsense about Barry Bonds, which he didn't have any proof at all that he took steroids. Listen, you're taking that at your own risk. Okay, so if you're doing steroids, okay, you're doing it, but you're still losing. It's like with LeBron. Yeah, he might have did it and everything, but he still was losing. Okay, in the finals. All right. There's been times when he's missed the playoffs. There's been times when he still got injured, and he had the groin, the sports hernia, or the groin tear, whatever you want to call it. And there has been times when LeBron failed to meet expectations or whatever. So my thing is this: if you take steroids and everything, and everybody's expecting you to be this perfect genetic freak and everything, and it's supposed to supersede you to that next level, but you fail to reach it. Then my argument is like, okay, well, if he took steroids and he didn't make it or anything, so what is everybody complaining about? You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like if he's taking it or whatever, it's not making him. The only thing that it's really doing is it's making him get that extra edge as far as playing longer and stuff like that. But in terms of success, I mean, the only thing that you could say that he's been successful in is his numbers and him capitalizing on the scoring title and stuff like that. And like, shout out to Herman Buddy again. He was saying this: if they catch him on there and they happen to say, okay, yeah, LeBron was on Balco and all this other stuff. What's up, B Nice? I see you in the building, man. I'm paying attention to the road. Man, he just great, man. I mean, listen, I'm not taking anything away, from LeBron. It's amazing what he's doing and stuff like that. But what he has to do is clear his name. Um, I'm even willing to take it a step further in terms of getting the legal team involved. That's what I was telling the homie Ticket. I said, you might want to go the legal route. And as far as what KG said, because that's a big statement. And shout out to Mr. Mass, time out with Mr. Mass. He was saying earlier, we're not talking about just a role player. I'm talking about in KG. We're not just talking about a role player. We're not talking about a guy that, just sat the bench or just came in and played a couple minutes. We're talking about a Hall of Famer. We're talking about one of my favorite players in KG. We're talking about a guy that's a champion, a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best superstars to play at that position ever to make that statement. Yeah, they made the rule that steroids are cheating. Um, however, this is my thing right here, right? I'm not saying that because I wouldn't do it, but okay, be nice. Check this out, right? And Ticket, Ryan, everybody else up in here. Now check this out. Hold on one second. Hey, be nice. I gotta rinse you up, man. Hold on. I gave both of y'all a wrench, man. All right. What was I saying? Oh, okay, they're saying that steroids is considered cheating. All right, and let's just say, right, let's say, I'm trying to think of a player. Okay, like with Barry Bonds. Okay, the case with Barry Bonds. Now, Barry Bonds never tested. He never tested positive. They never even had no proof. All of this was speculation and everything. Okay, and Barry Bonds, the media absolutely tried their best to destroy him. But Barry Bonds would handle the media so well. That's why the media hated him. Okay. The thing about it is with Barry Bonds, the reason why he was so instrumental in doing what he did, and it's a shame that he's not in the Hall of Fame. Okay. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is like steroids is not gonna help your skill. It's not gonna help your natural God-given ability. Okay, and then even with that, okay, we also got to remember this too about LeBron too. All right, LeBron was already a specimen coming out of high school. Okay, it's kind of like with Greg Oden. I was talking to my partner. I was talking to Ron earlier about this. I said, coming out of high school, Greg Oden looked like, they said that he had already looked like a grown ass man. That came out of NBA players' mouth. Understand what specimen that we're dealing with. So with LeBron, those performance enhancing drugs that they're probably, respect, it's all speculation right now, you know what I'm saying, allegedly, it's not gonna help his God-given ability, because he had already had the God-given ability to jump out of the building, to run as fast as he's doing, to be athletically gifted to what he is. And steroids doesn't help you with that, and steroids only allows you to hit a certain peak when you take that stuff. That's why, like, a lot of these guys, man, they end up having heart attacks and stuff like that, or overgrown hearts and stuff, because your frame can only take so much. And even the great Ronnie Coleman has said that you can't sit up there, and if you don't have the genetics to take, steroids and stuff like that, it's not going to be good for your body. It's not going to be good for your body. So, look, man, everybody wants to sit up here, man, and, they like, LeBron this and LeBron that, man. But I'm like, right now, it really ain't no point, man. He's at the end of his career now. Now, people are going to speculate, especially if he go ahead and he signs a contract for the 100 mil and everything, and he plays until he's 42 and stuff, and then people are really going to be raising their eyebrows, wondering, wow, these guys, because there's been guys over time that have been classic Iron Men. You said right. So if they just made it legal, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be nice. Like, I don't listen. A lot of people get mad at me when I say this, be nice, and everybody else in here, they get mad at me when I say, okay, it's your choice whether or not you want to play, or whether you want to take steroids, right? And my thing is this, right? If steroids work so great, I mean, everybody would be fucking successful, but it just doesn't work like that. you're taking a risk because you're actually putting something in your body that, first of all, is man-made, a performing enhancing drug. That's what the key word is. The key words are enhancing, and drug. Everybody gets that word enhance misconstrued, and that means it's gonna maybe enhance to your potential. If you ain't nothing but, like, let's say 5'8", and you weigh like 170 pounds, but you're trying to get to, like, is not made for that. Your frame is not. Your body is gonna stay at that 5'8", 170 pounds, and you're forcing your body to do something that it can't do. And my thing with LeBron is that we also got to remember that LeBron was just physically gifted. Now, the only thing that we could possibly look at is the fact of, I forget what year it was, the year that he went back to Cleveland, and I think that was in 2012, 2014, when he went back. When he went back to Cleveland, I think it was 2014. When he went back to Cleveland, everybody had noticed about all the weight that he had lost and everything like that. You know, he was noticeably slim. And he said that he wanted to lose some weight. And it was a lot of weight in a short period of time. You know what I'm saying? And you clearly saw when he was playing with that weight loss, it didn't look right on him. Like, you could see it on the court. And so when he gained that weight back, his natural weight and everything, then he started to play a lot better. And that's my point. Like, your frame is made for your frame. LeBron's frame has always been, his frame. He's always been a blessed individual. Now, if he did take some enhancements or whatnot, what I'm saying is that it did not enhance his skills or anything like that. And really, honestly, the only thing it probably gave him was probably a little bit more energy or something like that. But it didn't enhance his skills, his skill set by any means, because if that was the case, he would be doing the stuff that Jordan did and the stuff that Kobe did times 10 and times 20 and everything. If steroids could really do that. What's up with it, Stephen Green? You say KG is right, is on something, and no way performing like he did in his 20s. Well, I mean, look, he hasn't tested positive, so it's always going to be speculation. And also too, Stephen, what we also have to realize too, until the mainstream media actually picks this up and actually starts surfacing this and start talking about this, it's just going to continue to be speculation. I don't care who takes steroids. Okay, if you take steroids, and you win, okay, they're gonna be saying something about you. But if you take steroids and you lose, guess what? Then you're gonna get talked about too, because they're gonna be like, damn, well, you took steroids, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Or whatever, performing enhancing drugs or whatever that you're taking. We got to use our common sense when we talk about this stuff, because I don't think if we're gonna throw LeBron in the deal, we can't just exclude these other players got caught up doing the stuff that they was doing either. Because there have been players. Now it might have not been to the magnitude of like baseball or football or something like that, but everybody's always trying to get that edge. But you got to give it to LeBron. So, but see, if I'm LeBron, what I have to do is, man, the brother Ticket was right though. I say, man, you got to put this shit, man. You got to exterminate this shit immediately. It's like it's like a mice or a rat in the house. You better start exterminating that hoe before they start laying eggs. And what KG is pretty much is, you know what I'm saying? He's and look, man, my nigga KG, man, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I would never disrespect the great KG by calling him no rat or anything like that. But LeBron needs to put it to rest before the eggs start getting laid, because it's getting more and more now. And see, this is another thing too. I noticed that when players get older, that's when players want to start. That's when different players want to start coming out with stuff, or coming out with a book. Chicken pretty much hit everything that I was getting ready to say. Like, there might be somebody that's going, come out with a book and try to expose you right when you retire. Just like the whole Bill Cosby theory and all that. You want to come out when the man is like, can barely walk, and he all old and stuff like that. Why did you say that, then? How come you didn't have the guts then? Because, it's probably the level of power or something like that, that they have, but KG had power in the league himself, so. You said the nigga is in $1 million shape. Oh man, $1 million shape, huh? Well, I mean, you put a quarter. How much you put it into his body? He said he put $250,000 into his body each season and stuff. And I mean, LeBron, he gets on, social media working out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it, Cypress? I see you in the building. Make sure you go sub to my boy Cypress, man. Go sub to. You said a nigga don't have Hulk Hogan muscles like that and ain't on the juice. I call bullshit. LeBron has always been a big specimen. Kevin Willis was in phenomenal shape even when he got older. Now he probably didn't play as long as LeBron, but he was an Iron Man. Karl Malone, even though he didn't play as long as LeBron, and I don't even like Karl Malone like that, but he was an Iron Man. But those guys were older, but they still kept in tip-top shape. So it's even like Anthony Mason. Anthony Mason was cock diesel swole. You know what I'm saying? Even at an older age or whatever, God rest his soul. There are some guys that they took their body seriously. Like Dennis Rodman. Now he ain't gonna play until like 42. I think Dennis Rodman did play until he was like 40 or something like that. But he was winning in his late 30s with the Chicago Bulls, and he was in phenomenal shape. Dennis Rodman was. And Dennis Rodman was, he was ripped. He was cut. He only had between him, Jordan, and Pippen, they had only had like 5, 6, and 7% body fat or something like that. It was some insane insane amount of body fat percentage that they had. Right. That's what I've never been in. Look, I'm all about natural. I'm with you on that. Be nice. I'm with you on that. You said that Hulk Hogan looked nice. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what the other race they like to do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think about what era we're in too. Back in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that, having muscles and stuff like that, that was like a big deal. And even like in the 90s and stuff like that, there was guys that wanted to walk around, being trying their best to look like Ronnie Coleman, but everybody didn't have the genetics of the great Ronnie Coleman, who was a bodybuilder that won the most Olympias. Yeah, Barry never. Man, listen, I want to talk about that. Barry Barry never needed steroids. And you're talking to a guy that I wasn't the biggest Barry Bonds fan in the world, but I appreciated Barry Bonds. I was more into like King Griffey Jr., the Big Hurt, um, some of those guys, and I like Mariano Rivera. Some of the just to name a few. But one thing that I did appreciate about Barry Bonds was his mentality. Now I didn't know it then, but the way that he would just play with the media was just go, man. The way that he would play with the media was just so funny, man. But it was just his mentality that I appreciated. Yeah, Barry was a beast. Barry was a beast. I was more into King Griffey, but Barry was that guy. But if you're taking steroids, man, you're doing it at your own risk. And like I said, I don't have no problem with it. Like I said, man, if you lose, if the guy lose, we can't really even say nothing. Steroids is not for everybody. Performing enhancing drugs is not for everybody. Softball in the building. Yeah, my son getting ready to get into t-ball. Yeah, he's still a Hall of Famer, man. But the media didn't like him. They didn't like him. They let all these other people, do whatever the hell that they want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna make Ben Roethlisberger a Hall of Famer, but look what he did. You know, the R word, and then on top of that, you never heard anything about Barry Bonds. Did Barry Bonds ever have any off the field incidents like that? You said superstar Billy Graham. Yeah, but like I said, that's what I'm saying, Stephen. You take steroids at your own risk, man. You're doing it at your own risk. That's why, like, I don't never trip because, okay, it's like with like when they say all this stuff about Canelo, okay. And for those of y'all that don't know, yeah, I like Canelo, but I've lost a lot of respect for him. If he don't fight Benavidez, which is probably not going to happen since he left PBC and everything. Shout out to Town Biz because he's been on that situation. My respect level for Canelo is just gonna just drop tremendously. But okay, it's like with Canelo. If he was such on steroids, like they say that he is and stuff like that, he wouldn't have moved up to he would have moved up to 175 when he fought Demetrius Bivol and would have absolutely destroyed him, right? But that didn't happen. It showed you that the dude is human, and he got up there and he got worked. He got his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped. Okay, so you have to bring some other logic to the table. Oh well, and then when he was with when he fought Mayweather, he ended up taking the L. And then there was some other fights where I think it was with Laura. Some people felt like he should have lost against Laura. You know what I'm saying? And then also they felt like he lost that first Triple G fight. Yeah, they said that, but listen, it was clenbuterol, and it was because he had ate some meat or something like that. Which we could go on and on about that, but people just don't like Nello just because, and but like I said, I'm still able to be objective. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that knows me, look, it's like with Jordan. I mean, I like Jordan and everything, but they're the perfect basketball player that everybody says that he is. The same thing with Kobe. Yeah, God rest his soul. Everybody has flaws, and I'm able to be objective to every single person. But to get back on the steroid stuff, LeBron, man, he does need to say something, man. He needs to come out, and he got to check KG, man. If I'm LeBron, man, I'm going to go check KG because we know the history between them. At first, he was having problems with them with Boston, but then LeBron ended up getting their number. He ended up surpassing both of them with rings and success. When we talk about KG and when we talk about Paul Pierce, Paul Pierce really hadn't even said anything. Matter of fact, he was quiet when KG had said that sentiment about him being on Balco. It's a stain. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, he really gonna have to say something, man. He's gonna have to say something. It was just like with Jordan and the whole situation about not only with the gambling debt and the whole situation that happened with his father, the rumor. Oh, matter of fact, I was talking with another friend of mine. Okay, here's a perfect example. Now, I'm gonna come with another angle for y'all right now. Okay. All right, y'all remember when Sierra, that rumor was going around about her being a hermaphrodite, right? Okay, they were saying that she was a hermaphrodite and she was a man and all this other stuff. And Shout out to my brother Ron. I did not know this, but several years ago, when I don't know if some of y'all are probably old enough to remember 106 in Park. They had a show 106 in Park. She came on there and she put the rumors to rest on 106 in Park, and pretty much had cleared her name. That's what you're supposed to do. That's the era that I come from. And if they talking about you and everybody, finger pointing and snickering behind your back and whispering behind your back and stuff like that, no. Hey, from what I was told, it wasn't nice to tell secrets. So yes, you got to clear your name. You got to clear your name. Even if y'all don't like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Like, and some of the shit he do, I just feel like he should. It's more about being a man. This is more about manhood. This is like, to me, this is about, this is your name. Somebody trying to tarnish your name, because when somebody, it's just like what I was saying about Sierra. A lot of people don't know, like, when you say stuff like that about, like a female, or, even, if the tables were turned with a man and stuff, and you spread rumors like that about them being a hermaphrodite or something like that, that can affect their dating life. That can affect their personal life. Well, with this LeBron situation, this is gonna add fuel to the fire of the people that already don't like him and stuff. They're gonna be like, yeah, he needs to have an asterisk next to his name. None of them championships were real, because he was on the juice. He needs to have the the 20 all the the points ever in history that needs to be taken away. That needs to be given to somebody else. All of the triple doubles that he had, all of the records that he achieved and stuff like that. Nobody's gonna even. They're not gonna even respect it. Yeah, he holds weight. KG KG is an elder statesman, and KG just wouldn't be saying that just to be saying that. But if it's not true, then you got to say something about it. You know, he definitely got to say something about it. I mean, I would. You said KG, that's cap, Ron. That's cap. KG holds a lot of weight. That's why people are listening to him. Nah, that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. Cause you got to think about it. Think about who's listening. You sitting here saying it don't hold no weight, but people are listening to him. People are looking at Bron. Hey, look at it like this. People are looking at Bron like, okay, well, damn, dog, what you gonna do? They looking at Bron like, what you gonna do? Are you gonna address this? And be nice. I understand what you're saying. Silence. That's not in every case, though. That's not in every case, though. But in this case right here, yeah, you definitely have to say something. You said LeBron is a brother. Well, I mean, look, right now it really don't. Okay, if he came out, let's say he came out right and he said, you know what, y'all, I've been on steroids for such and such amount of time. We know that's not gonna happen, but let's say, for the sake of argument, he actually is on steroids, right? And he pops dirty or whatever. Really, honestly, it really don't make no difference because he's toward the end. He's at the twilight of his career, man. He got a couple more seasons and then he's done. Well, in some cases, that's not in all cases. Be nice. Now, in a case like if it comes to like if it comes to like really strong allegations, involving the R word or uh, I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly, y'all. You know, you know, SH S harassment. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Yeah, then you definitely, or in this case right here with the steroids, yeah, I would definitely be saying something or performing enhancing drugs. But the only thing that I'm saying though is if he's on it, it to me it really didn't even really make a difference because if that's the case, then how come people still talk about him having a losing record in the finals? In my opinion, the truth need no explanation. So, do y'all think? Okay, let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna put y'all feet to the fire then. So, do you think that the steroids, minus the steroids, LeBron it wouldn't have made a difference, or do you think that it would have made a difference? So, with the steroids, do you think that he would still been able to get all of those championships? With the steroid, do you think that he was still being able to get all those MVPs? With the steroid, do you think that he was still been able to become the all-time leading scorer in history? They say it made a difference because of, of his longevity. Yeah, but that's the thing, man. Like LeBron plays the same way. He hasn't the only thing that he's improved is probably his shot from three, and even that, you know what I'm saying. He sometimes he could be kind of inconsistent with that. But other than that, LeBron still plays the same way. I think he do take steroids, but who cares? He shouldn't have to explain why he do it. It doesn't matter. People are just weird and will make any excuse for anything. Until ESPN say keep it moving, LBJ. I mean, that's your opinion, man. And ESPN is not. They're not. They're not top of the line. Matter of fact, ESPN is diminishing. I know. That's why. They come here for the source, Ronnie. They come here for the source. They come. Hey, you. Hey, you know what? Hey, y'all. Hey, you know what the real ESPN is? It's the LDBC. My ESPN. Listen, my ESPN is guys like Ticket TV. My ESPN is guys like Too Raw for TV. My ESPN is is the brother T Price. My ESPN is Town Biz. My ESPN is LVZ. My ESPN that's my ESPN because they not talking about the shit that we talk about. ESPN gonna feed you all this line of BS, and they're gonna give you smoke screens and stuff. Increases your energy to last longer. Yeah, but at the same token, okay, look, he has not tested positive. So I'll say it again, right? I'll say it again, be nice. And I know it's tough to hear. Until 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 they start running it in the mainstream media, then it's all until then it's gonna be all speculation. But what I would like to see LeBron do is clear his name. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they're making false accusations about him. You know, ain't no ifs ands or buts about it. I'm not buying or selling. I'm just putting it out there. Oh yeah, yeah. And it's a matter of opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You know, but like I said, the steroids. This is my thing about the steroids. The steroids did not help his skills in any type of form or fashion. Steroids don't help you make a jump shot. Steroids don't help you make skilled skilled moves around the basket or crafty moves around the basket or anything. Steroids don't do any of that. And that's facts, brown sugar. I see what you're saying. I'm with you 100%. What time is it? Yeah, you still got to put the ball in the basket. Um, Another thing is, another thing that we're forgetting too, man. Steroids don't help your agility either. Like I think people forget that steroids is like it enhances like your energy. Really, steroids is supposed to give you more energy and testosterone, so where you could push through. Like when it comes to weight training and conditioning, strength and conditioning and stuff like that. But it's like in terms of your natural God given ability and stuff, that comes from hard work, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, if LeBron is on the stuff, man, hey, look, man, or if KG is saying LeBron is on the stuff, if I'm LeBron, I'm going to go have a conversation with KG because KG has actually, but see, we're not talking about the flip side to KG, right? KG has actually given LeBron his flowers too. At the same token, we got to talk about the good stuff that KG has said about LeBron too. But at the same token, he's just calling it like he sees it. But yeah, that's LeBron is gonna have to say something. And if he doesn't say anything, hey, that's on him. And that's gonna be something that he's gonna have to defend constantly and talk about all the time. And it's a question that people are gonna continue to ask him until he addresses it. Because Barry Bonds spent pretty much the last days of his career constantly going at the media, constantly out of here, got bills to pay. All right, be nice, man. I'll holler at you, man. Um, Barry Bonds constantly, constantly defending himself against the media until he retired. Hey, how you doing out there? Boys don't do steroids. We just produce great ladies. Hi, Bob. Just came to hit the light button. Appreciate it out there. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go ahead, man. I've been on here 35 minutes, man. I wasn't gonna stay on here too long, but I just wanted to get y'all take on this. I pretty much got a balance on everybody opinion on this, on how everybody's feeling. Like I said, man, uh, LeBron is gonna have to address this, man, one way or another. And if he doesn't, it's just gonna be him combating the media all the time. Ohio Buckeyes. Ohio. The Ohio State. But I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Make sure y'all go sub to the brother Ticket TV. Um, Make sure y'all go sub to my brother Cypress TV. And make sure you go sub to Stephen Green. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Brown Sugar holding it down. Be nice. Ronnie, appreciate you coming through. Althea, appreciate you coming through. I got you. I'm gonna rent you up too, sweetie. And make sure y'all hit my like button and sub to the channel too if you're not a member too, and also hit the notifications so that you will be notified. Again, I'll be talking to y'all in a little bit. I'm gonna drop a little bit more content for y'all. I just been kind of on the grind a little bit, but haven't forgot about y'all. But want to give a shout out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities. And until then, man, I'll get at y'all later. All right.